This morning on DC News Now, Northern Virginia under a state of emergency.
Some of the jobs, it varies. It could be a 5-minute fix. It could be an 8-hour fix.
Tropical Storm Debbie moving closer to the DMV. Tracking humidity and widespread rain through the week. How long storms could stick around. Tackling crime as a community.
Let us know what's happening in their communities so that we can help get some of these guns off our streets.
Police departments creating life-saving relationships with the people they serve. Plus, Tim Walz officially Kamala Harris's running mate. DMV leaders chiming in on the Minnesota governor stepping into the national spotlight. And Eat Like a Champ, a local restaurant honoring Alexandria native Noah Lyles' Olympic win.
You're watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Good morning. Your time right now is 8 o'clock on a Wednesday morning. Fairfax County crews are working to repair a water main break in Bailey's Crossroads. Now, this happened along South George Mason Drive. Officials expect to shutdowns and delays while they work to fix the situation there. Shanique will have more on how that could impact your commute coming up in just a moment. But first, thanks for starting your day with us here on DC News Now. I'm Tanaya Wright.
And I'm Corey James. Let's get right to meteorologist Jackie Lear for this Wednesday morning forecast. Things are starting off pretty dry today, but we could be getting some rain later.
Yeah, some of those rain and thunderstorms popping up later on this afternoon, not associated with Tropical Storm Debbie, but we will be tracking more of that wet weather on the way tomorrow, and it looks like that will be associated with the remnants of Debbie as we get ahead towards Thursday as well as Friday. But Futurecast shows us today mainly cloudy skies, most of the area seeing those high temperatures in the 80s, and we'll be watching as those scattered showers and thunderstorms develop. As we get towards the overnight tonight into tomorrow morning, we dry things up. Still mainly cloudy though. A few of those spot showers early tomorrow morning before we do see the northernmost fringes of Debbie being pushed in from the south. So much of the southern half of the area into tomorrow afternoon, we'll see more of that tropical moisture being pushed in associated with the remnants of Debbie. So again, that's the leading edge as we look ahead towards your Thursday afternoon and evening, but we'll likely see some heavier pockets of rain being pushed in into our Friday. I'll have more details on this and how much rain you can expect coming up. Shanika's back with the very latest on those roadways. How's it looking on this Wednesday morning commute?
Hey, good morning, Jackie. We are still seeing delays here because of a disabled vehicle that's out of Montgomery County here. You're getting a lot better, though. You are starting to see some movement out there right near Colesville Road. But again, it's the 8 o'clock hour, so especially you will see delays throughout this one stretch here. You know how the outer loop gets past 650 New Hampshire Avenue. White Oak on 29, that's slow heading southbound approaching the Beltway 20 or 270 even through Hightstown, Clarksburg. You're looking slow through Rockville as well. Once you get to the 270 spur, it does get slow in the district. Florida Avenue at Georgia Avenue, watch for a crash.
All right, Shanika, thank you. Tropical Storm Debbie is now off the coast of South Carolina this morning, but is expected to make its second landfall later today along the coast. Now, weather experts say the storm could strengthen ahead of making landfall. Debbie first made landfall Monday in Florida as a hurricane before downgrading back to a tropical storm. So far, the storm is leaving behind record-breaking rainfall and flooding in the south. You see it right here. Officials say 6 people have died. The DMV is expected to see heavy rainfall this Friday from Debbie. And happening now, Virginia under a state of emergency as Tropical Storm Debbie lingers around the Atlantic.
The declaration allows Virginia to mobilize resources and equipment in response. DC News Now's Liberty Simmons live in Alexandria with how to keep you and your family safe. Liberty, good morning.
Well, we are in Old Town Alexandria, which usually sees a lot of flooding during storms, and we're already seeing a very large puddle here from the last time it rained. Tropical Storm Debbie is expected to cause significant damage as it moves through our area. Governor Youngkin issuing a warning for Virginians and visitors ahead of the storm. He is urging you to follow local emergency guidelines and take necessary precautions to keep you and your family safe. Debbie is expected to bring strong winds, heavy rains, and possible flooding across the Commonwealth. He declared a state of emergency to deploy resources and equipment needed for response and recovery. The storm could impact transportation and even lead to power outages. Dominion Energy is urging residents to be prepared with backup power supplies. They say if you see down lines or their crews at work, stay a safe distance away. Fairfax County emergency crews urge residents to create an emergency plan and put together an emergency supply kit.
The biggest question we get is normally, when the power's come back on, and most of the time when we get those questions, we're in the middle of a critical task. So we just ask that, customers and bystanders just kind of give us a little bit of space to work, and, we appreciate the thank yous.
Now, to learn more about what items you should include in your emergency supply kit, just head to our website at dcnewsnow.com. That's where you'll also be able to stay informed about Tropical Storm Debbie safety alerts. For now, in Alexandria, Liberty Simmons, DC News Now.
All right, Liberty, good tips. Thank you. And meantime, in Maryland, Governor Wes Moore issuing a state of preparedness ahead of Debbie's arrival. Officials recommending keeping cell phones, tablets, and laptops all charged. Now, they say you should also have enough necessary supplies in your home. That includes medication, disinfectants, and pet supplies. New details this morning. Maryland's decade-old ban on assault weapons is holding up in court.
A federal appeals court rejecting arguments claiming the law is unconstitutional under the Second Amendment. Maryland passed a sweeping gun control measure in 2013. Now, it passed after a gunman killed 26 people at Sandy Hook Elementary School in Connecticut the year before. It bans dozens of firearms, including the AR-15, the AK-47, and the Beretta 50 caliber sniper rifle. It also puts a 10-round limit on gun magazines. The Supreme Court originally denied to review the case in May. Gun rights groups say they plan to ask them to review it again. And Circuit Judge J. Harvey Wilkinson III weighing in on the court ruling. He says, quote, the Maryland law fits comfortably with our nation's tradition of firearm regulations, also calling it, quote, another example of a state regulating excessively dangerous weapons.
All right, DC News Now is your local election headquarters. Breaking news this morning. We now know the unofficial results of the special primary election in Prince George's County, Maryland.
In a crowded Democratic field, Council Chair Jolene Ivey leads the Democrats with about 49% of the vote. In the Republican primary, Michael Riker leads with 47% of the vote. The winners will move on to the general election, competing to fill an at-large seat on the county's council. The election is to replace former council member Mel Franklin. He resigned in June amid accusations of stealing campaign funds. And on the national stage, Vice President Kamala Harris officially selecting Minnesota Governor Tim Walz as her running mate.
Yeah, both of them appearing on stage for the first time last night in Philadelphia. Now, it is their first stop in a week-long tour of battleground states that will be crucial for winning the presidency. A source familiar with Harris's decision says Walz appealed to her as an effective messenger who can help win Midwestern states. Meantime, Republican Vice Presidential nominee J.D. Vance already criticizing Walz's policies.
The kind of person who makes people feel like they belong and then inspires them to dream big. And that's the kind of vice president he will be.
Tim Walz's record is a joke. He's been one of the most far-left radicals in the entire United States government.
And so far, no word on when a debate between Vance and Walz will take place. Meantime, local lawmakers, they are weighing in on Harris's VP pick. In Virginia, some Democrats say Tim Walz's Midwestern upbringing and experience in the Army, along with being a congressman, makes him the perfect choice. Some Republicans, though, believe Walz is too liberal for the country.
To a basic gut instinct personal level, he's the kind of guy you want to invite into your living room and have come for dinner.
He buys into and possesses full responsibility for the dysfunctions that we have seen over the last 4 years.
And Republicans also say they are concerned about Walz's history as the governor of Minnesota. They bring up weeks of civil unrest after the murder of George Floyd back in 2020.
And Harris is gaining ground over Donald Trump in several national polls. Trump was leading Harris by more than 6 points when she first announced her candidacy. Now the two are nearly tied, according to the Hill and Decision Desk HQ's national polling average. The Decision Desk also tracking a shift in favor of Democrats in 9 of 10 key states. Pollster Nate Silver's electoral forecast also calling the race a toss-up.
This morning, a Virginia man in custody and faces charges for allegedly making multiple threats online against Vice President Kamala Harris and other public officials.
DC News Now's Jean-Marie Sissay is in the studio this morning with details from a former Secret Service agent speaking about growing concerns of political violence. Jean-Marie, good morning.
Yeah, 66-year-old Frank Lucio Carrillo of Winchester, Virginia, is only facing one count for making threats against the vice president. Now, according to court documents, amongst thousands of online threats, one of them included a post towards Harris where Carrillo says he has his AR-15 locked and loaded. And Harris wasn't the only person. She was only mentioned a little over a dozen times. Now, the FBI found nearly 4,000 posts and replies targeting other public officials and the Department of Justice. Now, Carrillo was using an online platform called Gather under an alias name, and the authorities learned about the threats at the end of July. And after tracking him down, 2 guns were found in his home last week, including an AR-15 and thousands of rounds of ammunition. He was arrested, and on Monday he appeared in front of a judge for the first time. Carrillo was charged with 1 count of making threats against the vice president. A former Secret Service agent, Matt Chevrolet, tells us online threats are something they see more and more.
The internet has also certainly made it easier for individuals to voice threats and in an anonymized way. However, these threats still get reported. They're still taken very seriously by the Secret Service. So it's something where I can't say that they've necessarily increased because I don't have numbers, but it is certainly something that we're seeing more and more of because of how information flows today.
Now, the incident is still being investigated by the U.S. Secret Service. Reporting in the studio, I'm Yamar Sase, DC News Now.
All right, switching gears along an updated local bike trail.
Why bikers say the new upgrade adds thrills to the trail. And the DMV athlete setting a record at the Olympics. How Kevin Durant is going down in Team USA history.
All right, taking a live look outside on this Wednesday morning. Meteorologist Jackie Lear keeping an eye on that forecast, and it's a bit dry out there.
Yeah, we do have those mainly cloudy skies right now. Those clouds do stick around, and some of those clouds will produce some scattered showers and thunderstorms later on this afternoon. That's associated with a front that's close by, but then we're watching more wet weather on the way associated with what will be the remnants of Tropical Storm Debbie. The latest details, the timing, and how much rain you could see right after the break.